Explain, explain, explain. We are driven to explain almost everything. Will we ever be able to explain less and predict more? Let's find out. Hello, I'm John Bandler, and I'm 72. I wasn't always 72. I was once 27 and a postdoc fellow at the University of Manitoba. Yes, in Winnipeg, in straight-laced Winnipeg, fresh out of swinging 60s England, heavily inclined towards bell-bottom pants and pink shirts from London's Carnaby Street, a full beard masking my face. And I find myself canvassing for a socialist party. I'll let you guess which one. Seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. So I stand at the door, I knock, a man opens, I thrust a flyer at him, and I plunge straight into my opening line. Can I interest you in? The man lets me finish my opener, and oh dear, his face is reddening. Is he about to match my political flyer with his fist? You couldn't interest me in anything, the man declares, and slams the door in my face. I was prepared. I had my party's policies down pat, but that red-faced man in the doorway was having none of me. It was his loss, I decided, not mine. Of course, I hadn't the foggiest idea whom I might encounter. My call, strictly random, outcome unknown. Well, not quite. In 1960s Winnipeg, a guy with a beard was about as rare as a dodo. Long hair and a beard marked you as left-wing and degenerate. 3 years earlier, back in 1965 in England, I'm a graduate student at Imperial College. My field, microwave engineering. But in the sage words of my bearded fellow graduate student Al Wexler, who later invited me to join him in Winnipeg as a postdoc, I'm just a greenhorn. But a greenhorn who was sharpening his expertise. So here I am, years later, a professor at McMaster University. And I'm seriously into computer-aided engineering design, mathematical optimization techniques, state-of-the-art stuff. And between the years 1974 and 1975, I received these 3 manuscripts for my confidential review. All from the Technical University of Denmark, papers written by mathematician Kai Madsen and his co-workers. I study the papers. Naturally, they get the treatment they deserve. I elaborate on as many shortcomings as I can find. I'll admit it, these guys were my most serious competition. Still, the editors rightly asked them for changes, major changes. Does Madsen's team meet the challenge? Absolutely. And then not only do the editors accept their manuscripts, the revised manuscripts, Madsen's optimization algorithms are destined to become classics. Was I prepared, aware, creative, predictive, even empathetic towards my rivals? From the point of view of recognizing any long-term opportunity, my actions seem seat of my bell-bottom pants at best. Talking about seat of the pants, millions must have been watching TV during the so-called voluntary evacuation of New Orleans in preparation for Hurricane Katrina. My wife and I were. I recall seeing cars and SUVs thinking it's a good thing everyone in New Orleans has access to a car. I don't recall any buses leaving town. From the mayor of New Orleans to President Bush, from the CNN to the Pentagon, everyone else must have also thought it a good thing that everyone in New Orleans had access to a car. So why then Days later was reporter Geraldo Rivera standing outside the crowded New Orleans Superdome, mic in hand, pleading for someone, anyone, to do something for the poor, for the sick, for the elderly. Of course, the buses were all neatly parked in their parking lots. So much for preparation for the poor, for the sick, for the elderly. An opportunity missed, a national lapse in predictive thinking. Creativity is surely dead. Well, I recently stumbled across a White House webpage entitled Innovating to Improve Disaster Response and Recovery, Barack Obama's data-jammed think tank to develop solutions that can save lives. Let's go back to August 2013, when the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy and the Federal Emergency Management Agency jointly challenged a group of over 80 top innovators from around the country to come up with ways to improve disaster response and recovery efforts. End quote. Great. Creativity at work. Prediction at the highest possible level. Let's see. You are Barack Obama, and you've picked dozens of the most brilliant thinkers in the United States to brainstorm disaster response plans. And in just weeks, on November the 7th, 2013, opportunity knocks, tangible, screaming for your attention. The biggest storm ever to hit land is just 24 hours from the Philippines. It's too late to get everyone out, but not too late to get your first responders on the ground the moment the storm is over. So you push a button, you say go, your team is airborne. So will you or won't you? Well, it seems you won't. The Philippines, formerly under half a century of US domination, this is one of Barack Obama's most creative opportunities, and whatever the outcome, he's a hero. His top 80 innovators, his innovation fellows, have surely prepared for this. He's prepared for it. He can order his team airborne on November the 7th. Yet days later, reporters, the early arrivers, ask, what's keeping those first responders? But here's another opportunity for Barack Obama, one with his own name on it, Obamacare. Imagine him before the rollout of his healthcare.gov website, personally checking the site over a cup of coffee. Of course, he doesn't need to. He already has an insurance plan he likes. Besides, someone else stands behind his website, someone else to blame, like Canada's own software giant CGI that was paid hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not until 12 weeks after the rollout of Obamacare, Obama's signature achievement, that the president admits, since I'm in charge, obviously we screwed it up. Note, I'm in charge, but we screwed it up. I'm sorry, Mr. President, this is not an apology. Put yourself into the shoes of the gatekeepers or facilitators of your opportunity. You want to succeed, right? What's in it for them? For your client, for your partner, for your citizen? How do they see you? Flashback. It's October the 1st, 2013. It's rollout day. You're the president, and you've ordered a fail-safe system that simulates masses of people all logging onto the website at the same time, and it works. And your Secret Service is swarming all over a low-income end of Washington, D.C., while you personally, hands-on, show an uninsured man how to use healthcare.gov to enroll in medical insurance for the very first time. Not your driver, not your aide, you. Pure Hollywood. And Hollywood loves underdogs. A leader, to be liked, needs to be seen to be empathizing with the underdog. But in the words of Eric Schmidt, CEO of Google in 2012, innovation never comes from the established institutions. It's always a graduate student or a crazy person or someone with great vision. So don't expect Obama or a government, or Google for that matter, since they are also an established institution, to come up with innovations. Hindsight vision, of course, has a unique and wonderful property. You can use it to explain everything. Everything. In the words of psychologist H.J. Eysenck some 50 years or so ago, if we make up an ad hoc hypothesis for every new case, then we shall never go beyond the present position where we can explain everything and predict nothing. Perhaps we should wait for futurist Ray Kurzweil's promised singularity at that not-so-distant date when humans transcend biology. Perhaps your wearable cognitive assistant will monitor your every opportunity, whispering in your ear, "Time to raise the ante," or "Hey, hold back, you're coming across too strong." But then the gatekeeper of your prospective opportunity also has a wearable cognitive assistant. Cognitive assistants will battle it out to secure their respective hosts' opportunities. Let those damn cognitive assistants screw things up. Okay, it's hard to prepare, easy to criticize. Well, in the 1990s, when my small software startup, Optimization Systems Associates, puts me on the road, me, its president and marketer-in-chief, guess what I do first? Is our new version ready to show off, bug-free? Yes, my team swears. Totally, absolutely, guaranteed. Okay. I simulate arriving at a client's facility, running the software, hitting a few keys on the keyboard. And our bug-free software fails. My team scrambles, fixes it, and we go through this process over and over again. My reputation is at stake, our clients' time is at stake, our sales opportunity is at stake. So we prepared, we devised a system that ran every test problem we'd ever solved so that our new results always exactly matched those from previous software versions. All this before demonstrating updates or putting me on the road. Remember that door in my face? Well, at least 3 things caught me unprepared. My prospects' lack of receptiveness, his confirmation bias, my appearance, his first impression of me, and my in-your-face delivery, my subtext. The substance of my preparation was totally irrelevant. My opportunity for an instant hit, non-existent. I was out of luck. And his confirmation bias could have shown itself as a fist in my face. What about Kai Madsen? I could have lavished false praise on his manuscripts, poisoned his work with false praise. At his retirement bash in 2010, his collaborator Hans said, "This story is a manifestation of one of the most fascinating features of science and research, namely the productive force of critique." Not only had reviewer A that's me, challenged us tremendously and improved our work. As it turned out, he and Kai became lifelong research partners. And Kai Madsen isn't bothered by pink shirts, nor about beards. He has one himself. You are the protagonist, and every event short of death is an opportunity. But as things unfold, you have little control over outcomes, even if you think you do. Apparent outcomes, apparent opportunities, I should say, may be delusions, or you may be pleasantly surprised. But take note that life-altering decisions about your opportunities are likely rationalized or irrationalized behind your back. Like Kai Madsen's decision to become and to remain my friend and collaborator. Accidents, bungled opportunities, missed opportunities. They're still opportunities, cherish them. They're part of your to-do list for your next round of preparation. Although necessary for concert pianists, Olympic athletes and the like, creativity and creative preparation aren't always about years of study and grueling practice. Empathy helps. A simple "hello, John" can solve many standoffs and earn you bankable brownie points. Even a quick email that properly uses a spell checker. Genuine interest in and respect for the gatekeeper or facilitator of your opportunity is always a bonus. The logo of this conference, wherever it is apropos. Like it or not, looks and impressions are paramount. Opportunities catch you by surprise. And fear alone can determine the outcome. Fear of failure, even fear of success. Hostile competition, often disguised as helpful advice, even friendship, is poison. Or you hit a wall, experts ridicule you. It seems absolutely essential that you give up. These are either the milestones of your road to defeat or the gates of your golden opportunity. Just hang in. We've had our world wars, cold wars, Star Wars, wars on drugs, and the ongoing war on terror. All roads now lead to machine intelligence surpassing that of humans, and soon. The question is, which country, which culture, which political system will the first superhuman cognitive assistant, or should I say cognitive master, adopt? Are you prepared for this game-changing opportunity? If you are, perhaps then we can explain less and predict more. Thank you very much.